Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's me, David Brown, and in this week's Design and Dialogue, I want to talk about this. It was recently written about in Architecture Digest. The shape and the lines really caught my attention, so I wanted to spend some time talking about the design, a little bit about the history, and also how it's influenced other things. So let's get into it. So Hannah Martin wrote for Architectural Digest about this chair and a little bit about Martin, the designer. Martin was fleeing Nazi-occupied Vienna in 1938, landing in Buenos Aires. And there met a partner, and using kind of his creativity, they started a furniture company, and the furniture company was called Forma. And they kind of caught that brain talent escape from Nazis that kind of influenced design across the globe. And here in Buenos Aires, they really were a large part of kind of not only the design influences and kind of that mid-century influence that was prevalent across the globe, but really the industrialization of Buenos Aires as well. And you can see that in some of the lines and kind of the steam-bent wood of this really beautiful chair. Designed and manufactured in 1952, this rib chair is made of wrought iron, is kind of the core structure base, and the wood slats are steam-bent Brazilian walnut. The low-slung nature and kind of the wide wrought iron base are very indicative of kind of the mid-century push at this time. What really keeps it in maybe more traditional feel are these natural wood slats that kind of bend around the seat and the back like ribs, thus the name of the chair. And so it really does speak to this blend of kind of a more natural, maybe a little more native to Buenos Aires with a more global mid-century approach to what the aesthetic was, which was kind of wide and low at the time. So let's talk about the design. Anna Elaine Mallet with MoMA kind of describes the design as a balance between the more native dialogues of immigrants moving away from Europe into different parts of the world, mixed with a very industrial focus, which is the more wrought iron base of this chair. And that can really be seen in kind of the folks craftsy pieces that I see in this chair and find very interesting and very attractive, and quite frankly what I think grounds this chair in a lot of ways that maybe the Ames chair of the time and some of that doesn't quite get to. It's this natural wood being a very prominent piece of not only the structure of the chair, but the design and the aesthetic really brings those two worlds together in an interesting way. And so what has this chair influenced? On the broadest scale, it could kind of speak to a lot of the chairs that we see with the horizontal striped tufting and stitching and things of that nature. But what I see, when I think of, and what my brain, my 53-year-old brain is drawn to, is this chair, or this art piece. I think it's really called the chair, Beetlejuice chair, from Beetlejuice. Kind of the Tim Burton influenced design of this piece that had a relatively interesting piece in the movie. Now, it's really interesting that the ribs here are kind of, and really I think maybe the whole aesthetic of this movie is kind of a ghoulish mid-century, I guess maybe is the best way to put it. But some of these concepts, right? Some of these ideas of objects d'art just being there and being present for presence of art's sake. I can see where this chair in Beetlejuice by Tim Burton really seems to pull some of this influence from this chair, this rib chair from 1950. early 1950s. So what do you think? What do you think of the chair? I've created a link to the Architectural Digest story if you want to take a look, deeper dive into what this chair means and how it's created and some of the influences that made this chair. But I'm really curious to hear what you think. Do you like the chair? Do you not? I mean, it's beautiful. It is a statement piece in any room. But, I mean, if I'm honest, am I going to enjoy sitting in it? Can I get out of it in any way? There's no arms to prop me up. So, you know, as with a lot of things, its beauty is inherent, but its functional piece or its functionality is not quite there. So, what do you think? And would you have this in your house? I'd be curious to know. Would it be in my house? Absolutely. I think it's beautiful. I think it's an absolutely beautiful piece, a statement piece that would be a lifetime in any room. That's it, everybody. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm doing more design in these designs and dialogues. I hope you like it. Please like and share and comment and let me know if you like this kind of content, and I can definitely create more of it. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.